Hey everybody, so this is Mrs. Lewis. I'm recording this video because I want to kind of give you folks at home a little idea of what kindergarten in a COVID-19 world can look like. As far as, I know a lot of parents have questions about materials and handling things and um, hands touching and all that stuff. So I just kind of want to ease some of your thoughts and anxieties about some of that and let you see some of the ideas that I have planned for keeping all of the children and myself and you all, because germs go back and forth, just to keep us safe. So this video is good for both my in-person families and my remote learning families. Because I want my remote learners to have a similar of a experience at home as they would in the classroom, and that starts with having similar materials. So here in school, my in-person students, I've created this lovely kit for every student, and I'm going to deconstruct this kit and show you what is in it and some of the other things that we have and how we're going to store it and where we're going to store it for ease of transitions and moving around and having our materials ready and with us all the time, whether we are in this classroom, which is not done yet, or outside in our outdoor classroom. So let's begin. So it's just a very easy, so snap open the top, and I'm gonna go step by step with the kids with all this. If you do not have something like this at home, any old tub or even a big gallon size or 2 gallon size plastic bag, Ziploc bag will do, a basket, just something that they can keep all of their school materials in one place. I found that the hardest part about remote teaching at the end of last year was that a lot of kids would have different places in the house where they'd be doing remote learning that day, and therefore, where's your writing folder? I think it's in my bedroom, and they'd have to leave me on the screen to go to the bedroom and find all their stuff. And okay, where's your crayons? I think they're in the kitchen. So having everything in one nice, neat container in one spot where they can know that this is my school spot. This is my office. I'm doing business now, and those materials stay in that spot will be extremely helpful for remote learners. And that's exactly how it's going to work here. Each kiddo is going to have their own piece of real estate in this classroom, and that is going to be where their belongings will stay, where their belongings will be at all times, including their backpack, because we're going to really use backpacks this year since we're going to be going in and out, in and out. Backpacks are for lugging things on the back. So I found that this handy container here fits nicely in the smallest backpack I could find in this building. So this will go right in the backpack. We won't have to worry about finding anything. It'll already be in here, and they're going to put it in the backpack. Backpack's going to go on the back, and we're going to head out to do some more learning outside. We are going to spend quite a bit of time outside. So what's in the kit? Good question. So first and foremost, I have a pencil box. Inside the pencil box are the markers, the crayons, the colored pencils, the scissors, the glue stick, and there will also be some pencils. I just haven't sharpened them yet. So all of that will be in the pencil box. And thank you for providing some of those materials. And if you are unable to provide those materials, no worries. I do have some kits like this made up that I can give to students, no problem at all. Also, inside the kit will be a baggie for their masks. We are providing 2. We have a gator shield and we also have a mask, but if you have your own mask, That's perfectly wonderful. These are just going to be in here in case. Science notebook. That's one subject notebook. We will use this all the time, practically every day, almost starting day one. We'll probably fill the whole notebook, if not another one, by the end of the year. We'll see how it goes. But science notebooks are really important for the kiddos to have with them. We will also have our own individual whiteboard and expo markers. Okay. We have a writing folder, and I am going to be sending a writing folder and the Lively Letters letter chart that's inside of it to all the remote learners who will be getting some of these materials from me. A little baggie of counters. I don't plan on using these much. I want to have them handy, but if I'm outside, I'm certainly not going to have the kids use, snap cubes or, little colored squares when we can go find acorns and clovers and all kinds of stuff outside. Pine cones. That's much more fun to count than these things. But I will be sending a little baggie of those home too, just in case. I told you about some of the gear that I have available. We have these really nice bright orange practice jersey things that I was like, oh, those are so much better than the other vests that have like that little piece of Velcro and it's always falling off, or they're way too big. Even the youth ones are so big. These are perfect. They're nice and bright, makes kids easy to spot even though they're never out of my sight. We love these little jerseys. So every kiddo in school will get one of these. And I also talked about these rain pants. These are brand new, never used rain pants. They have a little bib that goes over. These are going to come in handy on days like today. Today's Tuesday. It was really dewy this morning. The grass was wet. Still perfectly decent day to go outside and learn and explore. But the grass and the logs and everything are damp and kind of wet, and we don't want kids damp, wet, and cold. So these are going to come in handy. Just a reminder, I only have size small and size medium. They did not send me the few large that I ordered. So if your kiddo is very tall, for instance, and you think a size large would be more, and they have a pair at home, please, by all means, send them labeled, and we'll make sure that they will stay in the backpack, okay? The backpack is going to be like my most important tool. I might not even send it home every single day, unless of course you want me to. It is your property and I will do that. But just for ease of keeping materials from accidentally getting left at home or left at a babysitter's house or something, because it happens. They leave it in somebody's truck, or it just happens all the time, and then the whole next day at school they have none of their materials. And I can do my best to make sure that they take the things out of their backpack before leaving, but sometimes dismissal can get confusing when kids' destinations are suddenly changing at the end of the day, and it can get kind of hectic. So I can see on my end where I could accidentally send home this entire kit in a kiddo's backpack, just the same as you could accidentally forget the entire backpacking kit in the backseat of the car or in the trunk or at grandma's house. So I would love to be able to just kind of keep the backpacks here as much as possible in their little real estate spot in the room. And that'll just make things so much easier. Now, as far as having to bring things back and forth, there will be times where I'm going to have to send things home. And yes, I'll send them home in the backpack and we'll make sure that these things are out. But we can talk more about that and you can let me know your feelings about the whole backpack thing. But we are going to use backpacks. It's like going to be the most important tool in kindergarten because I want to be able to say, all right, kids, pack up those kits and get them in your backpack, and off we're going to go. Because we are crunching time with this shortened day too. And I know kindergartners, once I get them into the swing and routines and rhythms, they can move and we can get a lot done. But I just need it to be organized and I need everybody prepared. So that is where I'm at with that. So as you can see, everything is going to be nicely contained. They're not going to have to be sharing. It breaks my heart too because I do want them sharing and they're not going to be able to be this year, but we're going to make it feel the same because they're going to have the same materials. So they're not going to feel like they're missing anything anyway. And we're just going to do the best that we can. And I'm going to do my absolute best to make sure that the remote learners also are getting just as much out of the day as possible. Parents, I kind of am counting you as my students too. So now I'm up to 20 students because I find that teaching kindergartners remotely, I teach the parents a lot, so I have to keep you parents on board and on track almost more than
Jay
the kiddo.
Berry, please call the office, Jay.
So anyway, this video is getting too long and it's going to take forever for me to upload to YouTube. So I'm going to stop there, but I hope this was helpful. Be prepared for me to post more videos like this in the future because I do this a lot. It's just easier. And I don't know. It's easier than reading a 5-page essay, I think. All right. So I'm going to let you go. Any questions, comments, concerns? I'm here. Just talk to me about it. If you think it's a question that other people need to hear too, ask it on the Facebook page. That's fine. All right. Talk soon. Bye.